Alright, so I've got an exciting video for you guys today. I'm going to be reviewing the Quntis RGB Pro Plus. It's a monitor light. It has a backlight that's our RGB lights where you can change different colors and things like that. And the reason that I wanted to get this product and review it is because I bought this desk lamp. I thought, hey, it don't look bad. It actually looks pretty good here on the desk. It does get kind of annoying because at nighttime, really any time, and even in the afternoons, I can see like a line that it creates across the screen, and it just puts a glare on the screen, and it's annoying. And if me and my girlfriend are watching a movie or something in here on the monitor, then if I got the lamp on, then it's gonna leave that glare. And so I wanted something that mounted up here on top and shine down where it wouldn't put the glare up on the screen. I also wanted a little bit more room on my desk because while this ain't very big, it takes up more room than what you would think. So I've never used this. I bought this with my own money, and it just come in the mail maybe an hour ago. So we're gonna put it on and run through some of its features, and I'm gonna let you guys know what I think. All right, I just wanted to give you a quick look at the box. It says it's got a wireless remote, flicker-free lighting, CRI 95RA. It's a dual light source design. Like I said, it's got the light here on the monitor in the front and the RGB backlights, and then it's infinitely adjustable. And there's your remote. And then here on the back, I'm going to give you some more information. It is a model LIHY0212BK, and like I said, it's the Quntis RGB Pro Plus monitor light bar with remote. And then you can see right here, the color is elegant gray to match most of your, techie looking stuff. And then it says power is 9 watts. It says color temperature is 3000 Kelvin to 6500 Kelvin. That's made out of aluminum and PC and ABS. There's your measurements, and it's powered by USB-C. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just open it up. I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of excited. I've been wanting one of these for a while. Alright, so sorry the unboxing was so noisy. The plastic here is kind of a little loud. It's got a nice mount there. It's got a little protective rubberized piece right there. And seems like it's pretty good quality so far. We'll see. And then you got your light bar here. And just noticing right off, you can feel that it is made out of aluminum, and it's got some sort of metallic coating on it. It looks like there's some like little metallic there in the paint. And then you can see you got your LEDs right in there, and then you got a diffuser over top, and then I guess there's more LEDs right in there. And then there's the USB-C port there. I'm just going to set it off to the side, and then right here you've got some more information. And here is your remote. I think that looks pretty sharp. And then the last thing that's left in here is just your cable. And again, that is going to be USB on one side, and then this is USB-C. And this is got a little right angle to it, so it don't stick out too far out the back of the monitor light. All right, so the first thing I noticed about the packaging was the little plastic tray that it set in. It could have been a little thicker and not so noisy. It felt a little cheap. But as far as everything else, it seems fine so far. I do want to point out that it did come with 3 AA batteries for the remote control. And normally you don't see that. A lot of companies just quit giving batteries away with the products, so that was nice to see that. And then, like I said, you've got the mount here, and it's got a piece of film right here on the bottom. It says to pull that off. And what that is like a little sticky adhesive on that little pad there, so when it touches the back of the monitor, then it doesn't move around and all that. Now this will fit on a flat monitor or a curved monitor, so that is good that it's able to fit both. And the way that this fits on there is very simple. You see there's where your USB-C plug would be, and this little mount right here has got a little opening here in the back. So you just take and snap it on just like that, and you'll have the Quntis logo out front. And then you'll take and you'll plug in your USB-C with the right angle here on the back, and mine is going to go over to my wiring's going to go over to the right hand side like that right there, because I have some ports over here to the side. And then I'm going to go ahead and get it plugged in to the USB in here in just a second, but I'm going to go ahead and just get this installed. And the way that you install it, you got a little lip right here. I don't know how well you guys can see that. Got just a little lip sticking down, and you're going to want to take and find the center of your monitor. And then once you find the center, then you're going to press this little piece down up against the back of your monitor so it holds nice and steady. All right, so I wanted to show you guys at home that whenever you get the light centered up there with the monitor, you'll sit down in your chair and you'll get a look at it, and you'll think, oh my God, that light's going to shine right down on that monitor since it's a curved screen. And that's exactly what I thought. And then I noticed this little piece right here slides out, so it pulls the light bar away from the monitor if you have a curved screen, and that way it shoots it right down at the perfect angle so you don't get any glare on that screen. So whoever come up with that design to move that in and out, that's really neat. And it doesn't seem like it's wobbly or anything. I mean, literally it moves right here, but like the mount, it has that sticky adhesive on the back of it, and the way that it's mounted here in the front with that little lip, it ain't going anywhere. And now as far as the wiring and stuff, I just plugged it into a port down here beside my computer. I haven't hid none of the wires or none of that till I get it exactly where I want it, and then I'll go back and fix the wires. But one thing that I did do is go ahead and put the batteries in the remote. I didn't want to try to tell you guys how to do it if I haven't done it myself. You'll look right here on the bottom of the remote, and you'll see right here there's an unlock padlock, and there's a locked lock. And so what you want to do is just take and push it to your hand, since it's got the non-slip pieces here on the bottom. Stick it towards your hand and rotate it clockwise, and then this just opens up. And then I went ahead and put the 3 AA batteries in there. And then now when it's time to put the cap on there, you just take and get it located in the right spot, and then you just turn it back to the left, and it locks it back in place. Now it does have a protective cover over this. I'm not going to pull it off till I've played around with it a lot, and you know, I don't want to get it all scratched up. But this button right there, that is your on, and you can see right there that it went ahead and turned on. And I've not played with any of the other features thus far, so I'm not gonna go ahead and tell you guys this is how it works. Let me play with it a little while and use it tonight, and I'll come back later on tonight and let you guys know what I think, and see if it helps me out my eyes. Because a lot of times at nighttime I'll be in here, like I said, either working on the computer or looking up stuff and watching movies and stuff in here. And so, you know, my eyes do get strained, and especially as I get older, and I had glasses since I was like 1 year old, and so I've got to take care of my eyes. Anyways, getting old sucks. But anyways, I'll see you guys later on tonight. So my girlfriend's got the remote in her hand, and you can see right there in the center of the remote there is an amber colored power button, and once you hit that power button, it turns the light on. And as you can see, doesn't that look amazing? I mean, seriously, I'm very, very impressed with this. Like I said, I was gonna play around with it today and then come back later on, and I did. And I gotta say, I am very, very impressed. And right now, this thing is on its lowest light setting here in the front, and the RGB color is blue there in the back, and you can change it to a bunch of different colors. And I gotta say, just on low, I mean, I'm just sticking my hand out there where you can get an idea, you know, just on low. This would be perfect setting to, let's say you want to watch a movie or something like that, and you just want to keep the lights down low and keep the mood set real low. And you know, I just think it's easy on your eyes, and it looks really good. And one thing my girlfriend mentioned a while ago is, you know, we can't stress how much light it puts out even onto the floor. I mean, we're in a kind of a cramped room right now, but it lights up the whole floor past from about here on back. you know, the desk casts a shadow, but from behind that, it really lights up the floor really well. And so, you know, if you wanted to use this thing as a night light as well, you could do that, because it puts out such a nice gentle light. I'm gonna go ahead and have my girlfriend hit the plus button on the remote, and that way whenever you touch the plus button, you can tap it several times and it'll raise it brighter and brighter, or you can long press the plus button and it'll slowly raise it in increments. And we're going to go ahead and raise it back up all the way to its brightest setting. You can see right there, I mean, look at the amount of light now. I mean, literally, if you want to write, or, you know, if you've got mail you want to read through, or whatever, you've got a lot of light on your desk. Now, currently, we've got it set up to where it's more of like a soft white, more of like a amber color instead of a bright white. And so you can see that it's more of like a yellow color right now. But we can change that. All right, so to change the color of the light here from like the amber color more to like a bluish white, you're going to hit the temperature button on the remote, and you can see that it's lit up there on your right. And once you mash that, then you go back and you mash the plus button to go ahead and change the color. And you can see now it's starting to get more of a brighter white. Now it's more of like a bluer white. And so, yeah, you can see now that it's more of the colors that I like. I like the more brighter whites myself, and I just think it looks good. I mean, literally, especially with that RGB colors there in the background, I think it looks great. I wanted the blue because, you know, I use the blue on my Matthews Review sign up there all the time when it's lit up, but I just prefer the blue myself, blue and red. My girlfriend's behind the camera right now. She's got the remote in her hand, and I'm gonna let her run through some of the RGB stuff and some of the features on the RGB and some of the colors and things like that. We're probably not going to explain everything in such great detail. We're just going to run through some of the functions of the RGB. So I'm going to let her do some talking. First time ever. So here we go.
Alright, so it took a minute to figure out the remote. The directions weren't very clear, but I have both the lights off right now. You single press the large power button to turn both of them on at the same time. You can touch the RGB button at the bottom, long press to turn it off, single press to turn it back on, and then you can cycle through the different settings. You have solid colors, and then you get into some more flashing colors. This one slowly transitions through all the colors. Then you start with red and the solid colors. You can turn the front light off and keep the RGB on. Then you just press the RGB button once and the RGB will come on by itself. Long press it to turn it back off. When you single press the large power button to turn them both on, the RGB goes back to the last setting that it was on.
Well, we ran through the remote and showed you how to use it. Now I'm going to show you why that you might want to get one of these. And, you know, I can simply prove it to you right here. Like I said in the beginning, I got this little desk lamp. Got it on clearance at Walmart. I think it was like $7. I've used it for several years. I've got my money's worth out of it. But, you know, the thing drives me nuts. But right here, you can clearly see the line where that light from that lamp just hits right across the monitor. And I know that might not seem important to you, but when it's, you know, nighttime and you do like I do, my sleep schedule is just all over the place. Some nights I might go to bed at midnight, and then some nights I might not go to bed all night. I might just go to bed at 7 a.m. You know, it just really depends. I get stuff in my head and I can't quit, and so, you know, I'll sit here and I'll work on stuff, and you know, pretty soon my eyes get strained. And I've noticed it, the older I get, my eyes get more and more tired because I spend a lot of time on the computer. I'm not gonna lie, I probably spend way too much time on it. And like I said, you know, in the evenings when my girlfriend gets home from work, we'll sit here and watch a movie or watch a show. We'll watch some YouTube or something. And then, you know, I'll get on here and research products to review for you guys. And, you know, like I said, my eyes get strained. And so I noticed with this, it's a lot easier on your eyes. And You know, it looks like right here that this is shining towards me. Maybe it doesn't, but this light here, it doesn't shine anywhere in my eye. I mean, literally, it shines kind of down at an angle, and you know, it doesn't get in my eye like, you know, this does. Like I can point that up. If you point it up too much, man, it'll kill you. But you know, I like having the light right here down on my desk. I mean, you can see it puts the light right where it needs to be, and it covers a wide area. Now, if you're wondering, this is a 34-inch monitor. So this is a pretty wide monitor, and you know, this is a 20-inch light bar. So, you know, it's able to cover this whole desk here. And so it even covers way out into the middle of the room and even on the far side of the room. So it does put out a good amount of light, but it keeps it out of your eyes and off the screen. So it really does help. I wish I knew about this before I bought this, because it was definitely a good investment. So anyways, I appreciate you guys watching. I hope this video was informative to you. And if you would, please like and subscribe to the video and to the channel. And if you're interested in this product, I will put my Amazon affiliate link down below. Just be honest with you, if I'm an Amazon affiliate, but that don't mean I'm a liar. I'll try to review this stuff, tell you the facts about it, and show you some of the features, and just tell you my thoughts about it. And you know, if it's a product that I like, then I'll suggest it to you. If it's something that I don't like, I'm not going to suggest it to you. Or if I do review it and I find out that I don't like it, then I'll tell you. You guys have, the ones that stuck around and seen my channel, you guys know that I don't have any problems saying that I like something or don't like something. I don't care, you know, I just tell it like it is. So again, appreciate you guys watching. Until next time, guys, see ya.